What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the S.H.I.E.L.D. Hydra Agent 2-pack Hasbro Pulse exclusive. Let's check it out.
Now tuning into the encountered culture.
Culture in your face. Fun to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be drinking with my friends. When we go out, you never see us again.
As promised, today we are going to be looking at the S.H.I.E.L.D. Agent Hydra Trooper 2-pack. This is the Hasbro Pulse exclusive. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, taking a look at the box. So we do get a nice design here. So I'm digging the, half S.H.I.E.L.D., half Hydra cover on the front here. So you do get that nice image. It's cool. I like it. So flip it to this side. We got your Hydra agents, your Hydra troopers, I should say. Marvel Legends series. Flip it to the back. This is what you get. So you do get the Hydra Trooper, you do get the S.H.I.E.L.D. Trooper. So there's your heads, all of your accessories. So lots of hands, a couple of extra guns, 5 total heads. So a nice little combination of things. Flip it to this side. There are your S.H.I.E.L.D. Agent Troopers. And that's what we got going on. Let's see what's in the box. Alright, so fresh out the box, here we go. Here's what you get. So you do get both of the troopers, lots of accessories. So you got 3 additional heads for the army build. You got some extra hands. You got 2 handguns and 2 larger guns to go with these troopers. So we'll check these out. I'll have some comparisons later on in the video. So we can look at these compared to the Maria Hill Quake figure, compared to the Hydra Troopers, S.H.I.E.L.D. Troopers, all that. So that'll be later on in the video. We'll take a look at these individually up close. Let's start with the Hydra Trooper. So of course this is the first Hydra Trooper that we've got in a woman form. So this is a nice addition to any sort of army build that you got going on. If you're got a trooper, Hydra Trooper set going on. I got a few of them back there mixed in with some other bad guys, so this will be a nice addition to the shelf. Looking forward to how that looks up close. Obviously we're looking at a lot of reuse, straight up repaint of the S.H.I.E.L.D. Trooper there, so that was an obvious choice, right? It's an army builder, so you're gonna have reuse there. It makes it easy for that. So not a lot new going on, but of course you do get all the Hydra accoutrement, so you do got that going, so that's pretty cool. I mean, everything is a reuse. The belt is exactly the same as the S.H.I.E.L.D. Trooper. Body's the same. You can see the zipper there. So not a lot of frill there, but that's okay. It's an army builder. That's kind of the point there. So hopefully everybody is cool with that. We'll take a look at what we got going on. So with the arms, you do get all that same rotation. You get the joint up at the shoulder there, upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, so keeping that cool. Pinless as well, so that is always a nice addition. Moving down to the legs, so you do get the double jointed knee. You do have the upper thigh swivel. The leg will kick out about that far out, and going backwards just like that. Alright, coming up to the head, so you do get to look down just about that far there. Looking up, you can go there, side to side. All that motion, you get all the way around too. Head sculpt is new, so that looks pretty good. The eyes pop out pretty nicely. Kind of looks, very similar to the other Hydra Troopers, the male versions of those. So we'll take a look at that a little bit after this. Just a nice job. Let's take a look at some of the extra heads and accessories. With the first head swap, so I chose this one to see what that would look like. Also, just to show you that you do get 2 trigger fingers on those hands, so she'll hold the pistols pretty well. So nice head sculpt, nice design, pretty neutral head. So even if you're not using these for this specific use, you do have some neutral heads if you're just kind of putting some civilians in your display. So you do get those options. Coming over to this head, so same thing, right? Just a very nice neutral head. something you could use either on either of these figures or somewhere else in the collection. And they've all got really nice detailing in there, just nice sculpts, nice painting on them, just a really good amount of detail. I feel like this head could be used, on some other figures as well, so definitely a lot of like kit bashing opportunities. So let's take a look at the S.H.I.E.L.D. Trooper. Moving over to the S.H.I.E.L.D. Agent Trooper. So as I said, definite reuse, exact same body as the Quake Maria Hill figure. I'll show that here in a moment. But let's take a little bit closer look at these themselves. One thing I did notice when bringing this out of the package was the visor on these is not painted on like the other S.H.I.E.L.D. troopers. So that was a nice touch. So you actually get to get that like clear, that translucent plastic there. You kind of see into the face. There is no actual face now that I look even closer. So that's a little weird, right? Kind of creepy. Just an emotionless, empty vessel right there. Okay, so, but a nice touch. It looks cool with the translucent plastic there. Everything the same as far as the articulation is concerned with the Hydra Trooper, so won't go any further on the articulation, but did just want to take a closer look at this. Some paint scuffs up on the upper chest there, so that's not super awesome, but that's okay. I'm sure it'll wipe off. I don't know. They look pretty good on there. I mean, they look like they're pretty permanently there. So I did buy a couple of these packs though, so a little battle damage. No harm, no foul. All right, let's take a look at some size comparisons. Up first, we'll take a look at Hydra and how she compares with her male counterparts. So one thing, I was concerned that they were going to use the brighter green that they're using for the Hydra Bob figure, but pleasantly surprised that they did go with a very similar green color to the previous Hydra Trooper builders, which makes absolute sense, so I'm happy they did that. Some obvious updates with the new troopers. So the Hydra logo, you can see it's done much better on the new ones, so you get definitely a brighter contrast there, but she does only have it on one shoulder as opposed to both. But like I said, my main concern was just making sure that they were going to be the same color, so I'm glad that they are. You guys let me know what you think down in the comments below. Let's take a look at the S.H.I.E.L.D. Trooper. Looking at the size comparison, so I did go with the Maria Hill version as opposed to Quake. Quake is just hanging out over there. But this way you can see it's exactly the same figure, right? So if you had any concerns about whether or not you'd be able to put a head on one of the new troopers, you won't have any concern there. It'll fit just perfectly. I'll show you here in a moment just to reassure you. Looking at the figures, so same patch on that side and no patch on that side, so they just went with the same thing. The major difference is that the neck on here is blue all the way through as opposed to skin tone here. Obviously there were multiple heads, so that makes that part easier, so you don't have to worry about not matching the head on the trooper. So taking a look here, just pop Maria Hill's head off real quick. And then boom, just like that, it'll fit on there. But like I said, the neck is blue all the way through, so that's probably going to annoy some people instead of having like a removable neck port like they have done for some figures in the past. But hey, that is what it is. You already got the Quake Maria Hill, so you don't really need to worry about that. So you do have that there. Taking a look at this figure along with the counterpart. So yeah, I mean, they'll match nicely. It'll look good in any sort of army build situation. Like I said before, you do have the difference in the mask. So this one being painted on, this one being that translucent plastic. Translucent plastic looks so much better. Kind of wish that it existed for this one, but yeah, so there you go. And then just so you have an idea how she'll look backed up against her counterpart there. So like I said, these are going to be great for the purpose that they serve. Army builders, nice to just have a bunch of options. So you do get the extra heads, you do get the extra weapons, all of that. So pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yes, it is. It is.
Pretty good.
All right, so there you have it. There is your S.H.I.E.L.D. Agent Trooper, Hydra Trooper 2-pack. It's good for what it is. Fairly basic set, not a lot of frill, etc. But it serves its purpose, right? So price could have been a little bit lower, but that's just where we are with the Marvel Legends line. So totally understand that that's not for everybody. But if you're looking to build these as just an army build situation, these are perfect. They'll add a nice element to the collection. Excited to see what that looks like as far as mine is concerned. Stay tuned to the very end of the video for the picture in the collection. Other than that, appreciate you dropping by, whether this is your first time or you've been here before. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe below. And of course, if you are over on Instagram or you are over on Whatnot, feel free to head over there and check it out as well. But until next time, take it easy.
I'm being erased, I'm being replaced. Counter-culture's in your face. It's fun to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be drinking with my friends. When we go out, you'll never see us again.